Donnarumma to Manchester United, the shocking transfer that could change everything at Old Trafford. Welcome back to Unite United News, the only source you need for honest, reliable, and in-depth coverage of everything Manchester United. While other outlets give you rumors and speculation, we bring you the facts that matter most to United fans around the world. Today, we are diving into one of the most surprising transfer stories of the summer that has left many supporters scratching their heads and asking serious questions about the club's direction. The transfer nobody saw coming. Imagine waking up one morning and hearing that Manchester United are seriously considering signing one of the world's best goalkeepers. Not just any goalkeeper, but Gianluigi Donnarumma, the Italian giant who has been PSG's #1 and a Champions League winner. Sounds impossible, right? Well, this might be closer to reality than anyone expected. The goalkeeper position at Old Trafford has been a talking point for months. Andre Onana arrived with high hopes but has struggled to win over the United faithful completely. His performances have been mixed, and many fans still question whether he is the long-term answer between the posts. Now, with Donnarumma potentially available, United might have an opportunity to solve their goalkeeper situation once and for all. But is this move realistic? What would it mean for Onana? And most importantly, should United fans get excited or worried about this potential transfer? Let's break down everything we know about this shocking development. Why Donnarumma might actually leave PSG. The story begins in Paris, where things are not going as smoothly as expected for the Italian goalkeeper. Donnarumma joined PSG as a free agent from AC Milan, and while he has been successful on the pitch, his contract situation tells a different story. The 26-year-old goalkeeper is currently earning around £6.1 million per year as his base salary. He can also earn an additional £2.6 million through various bonuses. These are significant numbers, but Donnarumma believes he deserves more money given his performances and status as one of Europe's top goalkeepers. Contract negotiations between Donnarumma and PSG have reportedly stalled. The Italian and his representatives have been pushing for a wage increase, but PSG have not offered him the kind of money he feels he deserves. This disagreement has created a standoff that could benefit clubs like Manchester United. According to reports, Donnarumma has decided not to renew his contract with PSG. This means he could leave as a free agent next summer when his current deal expires. For a goalkeeper of his quality and age, becoming available on a free transfer would be incredibly rare and attractive to top clubs. But PSG do not want to lose such a valuable player for nothing. The French giants are reportedly open to selling Donnarumma this summer rather than risk losing him for free in 12 months. This creates an opportunity for United and other interested clubs to make a move. The Lucas Chevalier factor changes everything. The situation became even more interesting when news broke that PSG are closing in on signing Lucas Chevalier from Lille. The young French goalkeeper is highly rated and seen as a long-term successor to Donnarumma. This development is crucial because it shows PSG are already planning for life without their current #1. If they sign Chevalier, it would almost certainly push Donnarumma closer to the exit door. The Italian would not want to sit on the bench and compete with a younger player for the #1 spot. For United, this PSG move could be the key that unlocks a potential deal. If Donnarumma knows he will not be the undisputed first choice at PSG, he might be more willing to consider other options. United could offer him guaranteed first-team football and the chance to prove himself in the Premier League. The timing also works in United's favor. If PSG complete the Chevalier signing quickly, they might be more motivated to sell Donnarumma before the transfer window closes. This could lead to a more reasonable asking price and better negotiating position for United. What this would mean for Andre Onana. The elephant in the room is obviously Andre Onana. The Cameroonian goalkeeper joined United from Inter Milan and was supposed to be the long-term solution to the club's goalkeeping problems. While he has shown glimpses of his quality, his performances have been inconsistent, and some fans remain unconvinced. If Donnarumma were to join United, he would almost certainly become the new first-choice goalkeeper. This is not a signing you make to have someone sit on the bench. The Italian's reputation, experience, and ability would make him the automatic starter, leaving Onana in a very difficult position. Current reports suggest that Onana is safe in his position at United, and that there is no set budget for a new goalkeeper. The club has reportedly reassured him that his future this season is in Manchester, despite some interest from AS Monaco. However, these assurances could change quickly if a genuine opportunity to sign Donnarumma presents itself. Football is a business, and if United believe they can significantly upgrade their goalkeeping position, they might be tempted to make a move regardless of previous promises to Onana. It's worth noting that Onana played a role in convincing Brian Bumo to join United this summer. This involvement in recruitment suggests the club values his input and wants him to feel settled. However, if a world-class goalkeeper becomes available, business decisions might override personal relationships. The financial considerations. One of the biggest questions surrounding this potential move is money. Donnarumma is one of the highest-paid goalkeepers in world football, and his wage demands would represent a significant investment for United. If United were to sign Donnarumma, they would likely need to offer him a salary that matches or exceeds what he currently earns at PSG. This could mean paying him over £6 million per year, which would make him one of the highest earners at Old Trafford. The transfer fee is another consideration. While Donnarumma could leave for free next summer, PSG would want to recoup some money if they sell him this summer. The fee might not be enormous given his contract situation, but it would still represent additional cost for United. There's also the question of what happens to Onana if Donnarumma arrives. Would United keep both goalkeepers, or would they look to sell the Cameroonian to balance the books? These decisions would have significant financial implications for the club's budget and transfer plans. Why United might actually consider this move. At first glance, signing another goalkeeper when you already have Onana might seem strange. But there are several reasons why United might seriously consider making a move for Donnarumma. First, there's the question of quality. Donnarumma is widely regarded as one of the best goalkeepers in world football. He has won major trophies, performed in the biggest games, and proven himself at the highest level. If United have doubts about Onana's long-term suitability, signing someone of Donnarumma's caliber would immediately upgrade their goalkeeping position. Second, there's the age factor. At 26, Donnarumma is entering his prime years as a goalkeeper. He could potentially serve United for the next decade, providing stability and consistency in a crucial position. This long-term thinking might appeal to a club that has struggled with goalkeeping issues in recent years. Third, there's the market opportunity. World-class goalkeepers rarely become available, especially at reasonable prices. If Donnarumma is genuinely available due to his contract situation at PSG, United might view this as too good an opportunity to pass up. Finally, there's the psychological impact. Signing a player of Donnarumma's reputation would send a message to fans, players, and rivals that United are serious about competing at the highest level. It would show ambition and intent in a way that few other signings could match. The potential drawbacks. However, this potential move is not without risks and drawbacks. The most obvious concern is what it would do to squad harmony. Onana has just settled into life at United, and bringing in a direct replacement could create tension and uncertainty. There's also the financial aspect to consider. United have already spent significant money this summer on other positions. Adding Donnarumma's wages to the bill would represent a major investment in one position when other areas of the squad might need attention. The Premier League adaptation is another factor. While Donnarumma is undoubtedly talented, he has never played in English football. The pace, physicality, and style of play in the Premier League can be challenging for any player to adapt to, even experienced ones. There's also the question of whether this move addresses United's real priorities. With the team potentially needing reinforcements in other positions, spending big money on a goalkeeper when they already have Onana might not be the most logical use of resources. What the fans think. United fans are divided on this potential move. Some are excited by the prospect of signing one of the world's best goalkeepers. They see Donnarumma as a significant upgrade who could solve the club's goalkeeping issues for years to come. Others are more skeptical. They question why United would spend big money on another goalkeeper when Onana has barely had time to settle. These fans worry about the impact on squad morale and whether the money could be better spent elsewhere. There's also a group of supporters who are simply confused by the link. They see it as unrealistic and wonder whether it's just media speculation rather than a genuine transfer possibility. The diversity of opinions among fans reflects the unusual nature of this potential move. It's not often that a club considers replacing a recently signed goalkeeper with another expensive option. How realistic is this transfer? The key question is whether this move is actually realistic or just media speculation. Several factors suggest it might be more genuine than initially thought. First, the timing makes sense. PSG's pursuit of Chevalier creates a natural opportunity for other clubs to move for Donnarumma. The Italian might genuinely be available if he faces increased competition for his place. Second, United's recent transfer activity shows they are willing to spend money on quality players. The signings of Mbeumo and Cunha demonstrate that the club has funds available and is not afraid to use them. Third, the goalkeeper position remains a topic of debate among United fans. While the club publicly backs Onana, they might privately have concerns about his long-term suitability. However, there are also reasons to be skeptical. United have just spent money on other positions and might not have the budget for another expensive signing. The club has also given public backing to Onana, which would make replacing him awkward. What this means for United's season. If this transfer were to happen, it would have major implications for United's upcoming season. Having a goalkeeper of Donnarumma's quality would immediately strengthen the team and give them a better chance of competing at the highest level. The psychological impact could be just as important as the practical benefits. Players might feel more confident knowing they have one of the world's best goalkeepers behind them. Opposition teams might also view United as a more serious threat. However, the disruption could also be significant. Changing goalkeepers mid-season preparation could affect team chemistry and defensive organization. It might take time for the new goalkeeper to adapt to his teammates and the Premier League. The bigger picture. This potential move reflects United's broader approach to transfers under their current ownership. The club seems willing to make bold moves and invest in quality players when opportunities arise. It also shows that United are not afraid to admit mistakes or change course if they believe it will improve the team. If they have doubts about Onana, they might be willing to act decisively rather than hope things improve. For fans, this situation highlights the ongoing uncertainty around several positions in the squad. Even recently signed players are not guaranteed their place if better options become available. What happens next? The next few weeks will be crucial in determining whether this transfer has any real substance. If PSG complete the signing of Chevalier, it could accelerate any potential move for Donnarumma. United's actions in the transfer market will also provide clues. If they start making moves to free up wage budget or create space in the squad, it might suggest they are preparing for a big signing. The player's own actions will be important too. If Donnarumma starts making public comments about his future or shows signs of discontent at PSG, it could indicate that a move is becoming more likely. Conclusion. The potential signing of Gianluigi Donnarumma represents one of the most intriguing transfer stories of the summer. While it might seem unlikely at first glance, the circumstances at PSG and United's ambitions could align to make this move possible. Whether it would be the right decision is debatable. Donnarumma would undoubtedly improve United's goalkeeping position, but the cost and disruption might outweigh the benefits. The impact on Onana and squad harmony would also need careful consideration. What seems certain is that United fans will be watching this story closely. In a summer full of transfer speculation, this potential move stands out as genuinely surprising and significant. As always, United News will continue to monitor this situation and bring you the latest developments as they happen. We remain your most trusted source for accurate, detailed coverage of everything Manchester United. Keep following us for more exclusive insights and analysis that you will not find anywhere else. Whatever happens with Donnarumma, we will be here to break it down and explain what it means for our beloved club.